So I'm looking at all the analytics, the data, the sentiment, and really everything right now. It's just a normal market cycle. I've talked about this before. My projections haven't changed really for any assets, and they haven't changed for Shiba Inu. Even as we've dropped from basically 4045 at the height of this cycle so far, all the way down to 4018 or so. My projections for the top of this cycle still remain consistent. I think Shib ends up somewhere in that $300 to $500 billion market cap. I think it's rivaling the top 5 assets in this space. And it wouldn't surprise me if, again, Shiba Inu does not fall out of the top 10. We're currently sitting at the 9th spot right now. You guys, if you don't remember or don't know, I don't count stables in here. Again, people aren't putting money into stables to try to make money. But I want to talk about what it's going to take to get to this $500 billion market cap. All right. What is it going to take for Shiba Inu to basically do a 50x from here in terms of the market cap, right? So people don't understand liquidity. People look at $500 billion market cap and they'll say, oh, we need $490 billion to flow into Shiba Inu. That's not how it works. All right. You have to use the 10 to 20% rule. So somewhere between 10 to 20% liquidity in terms of Shiba Inu is what will make us do this run, right? That's what it takes to move price. So realistically, in order for Shib to get to a $500 billion market cap, we probably need somewhere between, we'll say, $40 to $75 billion flowing into Shiba Inu. Can this happen? Yes, it can. And the reason why I say that is look at what happened early on in this market cycle when retail got this glimmer of excitement, and what it stemmed from was obviously BTC basically looking like a meme coin to begin 2024. Huge optics, the approval of Bitcoin, spot Ethereum ETF, or Bitcoin spot Ethereum, spot Bitcoin ETFs. Geez, guys, it sparked new life into the market. It started moving sporadically. BTC was just basically on this up and to the right, major short liquidations. Retail that was outside the space got excited, flowed in, and that's what caused Shiba Inu to pump. And the reason why is Shiba Inu performs well when retail sentiment is high, when retail capital is flowing. Now we've gone on this correction, and it makes sense because we've been in this time now where retail sentiment has been good, but it hasn't been as high as it was in late February, early March. There's not really much in terms of fresh capital hitting the space right now, okay? But that's okay because now we're at about this point where all that changes. And this is where the fun times in crypto begin. When we look back at when these things usually take off, we're very, very much at this point, okay? For example, last market cycle, from the time of the halving to the point where BTC finally made its stab, was about 73 days. All right, so just a little over 2.5 months, or about 2.5 months. All right, where we're at currently, guys, post halving is about at that point. We currently sit at 67 days, 65 days, somewhere in there, right? Okay, I'm not zooming in on here, but we're now in this point where the market is finding some stability. Yes, there's been volatility in terms of alts. That tends to happen, right? Retail gets uncertain. They throw their bags all over the place, gives us opportunity. But we're at about this point where the market starts to gain some momentum, where positivity begins to pick up, where demand has finally caught back up with the charts. And when we look at Shiba Inu, for example, over the last 5 days, even though we've bled right from 4045 down to 4018. I'm sure many people wish they sold all the way up here, right? You never know. Hindsight's always 2020. But when you get down to these points now, even with BTC showing a little bit of weakness, some drop over the last 5 days, look at what Shib is doing. It's setting a strong floor. We're trading sideways at 4018. Again, this is a nice strong point for Shiba Inu. And when that retail switch flips, things begin to pop. What people seem to forget is all this capital is positioned on exchanges to buy. Hundreds of billions of dollars, guys. It's set to flow into the space. What's it going to flow into? It's going to flow into some of the largest cap coins. It's going to flow into some of the blue chips, some of the ones with the highest optics. That's Shiba Inu, guys. All right. I'm not saying it's all going to hit Shib. I'm not saying Shib is going to be the best performer at this time. I'm sure there'll be some lower caps that do better. Maybe there's some other memes that do well as well. But you have to connect all the dots. Shib supply is getting removed at insane rates. Tons of capital is positioned to begin buying. Really what we're waiting for is that confirmation of sentiment. We're waiting for a little bit of excitement from retail. There is going to be a point where this begins. I believe it's very soon. If we follow history, it should be very soon. Typically 3 months, within 3 months post-halving is when this all starts. We're at 65 days. That gives us about a month time frame, which is, again, what this formation is actually playing out to as well. Again, this big bull pennant in terms of BTC ends right basically at the end of July, start of August. Things can take off sooner. They could take off later. We don't know. But we're setting these higher lows in terms of BTC. Things are looking good. We're sitting on top of support. I believe that pop is going to be soon. Those beneficial times for Shiba Inu, where that capital is flowing in a big way, they're right around the corner. Don't sleep on this. I think actually the launch and trading of Ethereum spot ETFs might be a little bit of a catalyst for the market, but get ready, guys. We're going to be speaking a very different story 6 months from now. So appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Let me know how high you think SHIB can get in this market cycle, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.